gonna fall. It's gonna fall.
Okay, what's going on, guys? We just got finished watching. That made sense. Don't look like that. We just finished watching the PLL
Premiere. Playtime. Yes. 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven.
So, I'm not gonna lie. I was a bit disappointed. I don't think it was a bad episode by any means. I just don't think for a premiere that there's only 9 episodes left and we still have yet to be answered questions from season 1.
That's not gonna happen. I mean, at this point, stop even dreaming.
Yeah,
about
at this point, it's just not even something, like, I'm just going into next week's episode just being like...
It's not a tangible thing that's going to take place in the next 9
I feel like
episodes.
the only episode I'm going to expect any answers is just from the finale.
You know,
and even then...
I was actually saying, if someone out there knows the answer to this, is the finale going to be... I know it's in a 2-hour episode, but is that going to combine episode 19 and 20, or is episode 20 going to be a 2-hour episode?
No, episode 20 is going to be a 2-hour episode.
It definitely is.
Yeah, episode 20 is a 2-hour episode. Then after that, we have the PLL.
1-hour fucking special.
Or are they talking about it being a 1-hour episode?
No, because it's a 2-hour episode and then that special, so it's 3 hours.
We are just letting you guys know right now. Obviously, we don't know for sure, but expect for us to still have questions after the finale that Marlene is probably going to clear up for us. Expect it. And it's pretty pathetic that in almost 8 seasons that we're still missing answers from season 1. It's pathetic to me.
Well, be that as it may, and that being said, I'm not going to lie, like, I have enjoyed watching just for the simple fact that we sit here like a bunch of goonballs just making these recaps. We met a lot of nutty people just as crazy as us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I'm definitely going to miss that part of it. Not to say that we're going to get rid of our YouTube channel. Just saying I'm going to miss the whole Tuesday night extravaganza.
Definitely. But all in all, like I said, this episode was not bad. It's just not what you would expect, not only from a premiere, but the series premiere. Like, the whole entire series, like, the first episode of the end. And I would have had less expectations if it was, like, a complete lineup. You know what I mean? Like, 20 episodes. But because it's 10... You just expect more. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying we didn't enjoy it. That's not what I'm saying. So everybody friggin'
learned a couple of things this episode, that's for sure, and that is the simple fact that, well, number one, let's just start this off from where it started, basically. Spencer was definitely shot, whether it be by Jenna or whoever was shooting at her with a .22 instead of the .45 that was found. Yvonne is in a medically induced coma right now. Peace the fuck out. Don't really care. Paige is now the athletics supervisor, along with Emily being the coach.
Which, you guys...
Here we go.
Will see our reaction video. Now, you guys know, I am anti-Paige. I've always been anti-Paige. Always. But I really...
She's doing it again, Sarah!
I felt really aggravated with Allison for the way that, like, she was acting towards her.
But you were aggravated with Allison from the beginning of the episode.
I was like, okay, regardless, you guys are going to be like, pregnancy hormones. Okay, regardless.
Which...
Yes, but regardless, I'm just saying, like, Emily going into the teacher and being like, it was like high school all over again. Like, you guys are adults. Emily, you don't need to be the mediator between these two. They're both grown-ass women. There was no need for Emily to go into the teacher and be like, I don't know if that's such a good idea. And I agreed with Paige when Paige came in and she said, we're adults. Like, I have no problem being on the same board as her. Like, what's the problem? Like, what is the fucking problem?
Well, as far as Allison, with the problem is that one might think that she harbors jealousy, obviously, towards Paige, because whether or not she actually loves Emily.
Okay,
Or the fact
make
that
your
she's a little
fucking
better.
mind up. You can't have the fucking Hannah Montana best of both worlds here, okay?
She's giving you the evil eye.
I'm just saying, like, you can't do it both ways. Like, it's like you either want to be with Emily, then make that decision, and
What
I'm
if it has nothing
sure
to do with Emily? What if it's got to do with the fact that
that's what we're talking about.
Paige is a dick?
Okay, whatever. Anyway, moving on from Paige.
So I can't be in the recap video.
So,
No, you could be in the recap video.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
come
very
on.
confused as to how, like,
Bob,
what
come to
happened with that, at the end of the finale last, season A?
Yes.
7A.
7A.
At the end of the finale then. I don't recall what happened, but, like, was it just me, or...
It was on.
That's not what I mean. Let me spit my fucking sentence out.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Whatever.
I'll text you. But was it just me, or was it really weird how it happened? Like, Jenna is supposed to be blind, okay? Unnecessary. Jenna is supposed to be blind, and she says she doesn't have them, okay?
Necessary.
I want to talk!
What are you, that
She's-
Chinese lady that cut herself?
So, she's supposed to be blind, and then she's in the back of this frickin'
All right, bye.
van, SUV, whatever it is, I'm not sure.
Walk
But
much?
she's like, you're AD.
All right, Dad.
Yeah, to the person in the hoodie that was sitting at the wheel, yes.
Bye, Jenna.
See you later.
But, like, how?
How she knew that? No
How?
fucking idea.
Did she see them? But now she's pretending to be blind again at the end of this episode. I don't know. That
Did
whole
the
thing was
person...
just confusing. If someone
did the,
could clear
did
that
the,
up for me.
Did the person, like...
Speak? Did they? Because if they spoke, then they wouldn't be making her read a fucking the Bible of Braille there, because that book. Was
Either that or...
Did you see that thing that
It
they
was
dropped
enormous.
in her lap?
Yeah.
It was like the fucking dictionary that they dropped in her lap, and already she
Encyclopedia
was like,
Britannica.
she went like one line over Endgame.
And she's like...
So what was all the rest of the Braille for? What was all that for?
Questions that'll be answered after the fucking finale episode in Marley and
I can't!
special.
But
But anyway, much like Sarah just stunk us out with her parting ways, maybe
she sprayed perfume everywhere.
Jenna recognized AD. by the
Oh
smile.
my god! Get out of here right now!
You never know when
Get
they show
outta
it, you
here.
fucking know
Get
it.
out of here!
Honestly, like they could have farted and she would have known the smell of who it was.
you.
Steak and cheese and muffins. You're AD.
You know what I think is gonna happen?
Okay.
I'm telling you. You know what I think is gonna happen? Like, and honestly, like, I don't know why. I just have this gut feeling. You guys want to know? I obviously want Ren to be A. You guys know this. Do you want to know who I really think is gonna turn out to be fucking AD?
Oh, please
And I'm
tell
very,
us.
very. We'll go into a whole nother.
Am I
video
gonna be
of why.
pissed?
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
I really, really, for some reason, think it's gonna be Toby.
Would I be pissed about that? I don't think so.
I really think it's gonna be Toby, and I don't know why. Like I said, there are a couple things that like make me think that, and like
His glasses that he put on made you think of the old man mask. That's what it is.
that is one thing, but it's not the only thing. Okay, I just think that. I'm telling you, I don't know why, but
I thought
I
of the
really
old man
think of
again.
it. I think that it's going to be Toby, and I'm just like I said, we'll do a whole separate video on that. So don't be like, maybe why. It's just a couple things that have happened in the past couple of episodes, and
Such as him smashing himself off a deer?
such as where was Yvonne in the car?
Next to him with the deer.
He had all these. Okay. He had all this blood coming down his head, all these marks and everything like that.
Yes.
Why did he not have any scars on his head? Like, okay. I completely understand, like, you know, they're filming, like, different times. I'm just saying there are, not just that. There are very many reasons that have led me to believe that it could possibly be Toby. And I would love that. I would love that. I have lost all hope for Toby and Spencer. I kind of feel like Toby and Spencer are probably not going to end up together at this point. And I know that they're like, you know, Yvonne, whatever the fuck her name is in a coma, and they're kind of making you, like, have hope for it. But at the same time, like, she would have to be in a coma for, like, 10 years in order for it to be okay that, like, him and Spencer got back together. Like, not a week. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm serious, and I'm just saying, like, so if they're not going to be together, I feel like maybe, okay, I said I'm not talking about it, but anyway.
She digresses.
Okay, let's talk about the whole Mary
Let's talk
Drake.
about Jumanji.
Oh, I was gonna say Mary Drake first.
Okay, go ahead. We might have to make this a two-part.
Oh, well, it's going to be. Let's talk about Mary Drake.
How stupid I am. It's already 11 minutes. Of course it has to
I feel, and we've mentioned this in previous videos, I feel as though Mary Drake is not crazy. I do. I've never felt that way about Mary Drake. I feel like Jessica was like
be. The crazy one.
the crazy one, the manipulator, the terrible person. I also feel like I have sympathy for Mrs. Hastings. I do.
Sympathy or empathy?
Empathy. My bad. I have empathy for her. I do feel for her. And I think what she did was a good thing. But I also feel like that part of her,
There has to be a form of resentment there.
well,
Maybe not now, but at first.
I do feel like her taking the child was, in fact, the correct thing to do. I really do. I feel like instead of letting that child go into the system, knowing that the father is your husband, but would you stay with him?
That's the thing.
Like, why?
Because he
and
puts,
is it because your life is perfect together? Like, why?
obviously not. He puts his penis all over the place. He's been doing it and doing it and doing it.
Literally.
And doing it and doing it.
Literally.
Like,
Piece of toast.
what?
The fuck did you just say? A piece of
Puts it everywhere on a piece of toast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he butters toast everywhere.
with his dick.
His name is Peter in the show, and he peters his Peter all over the place. But regardless,
He's like a disgusting
he's a
person.
sleazeball of a fucking piece of shit. That, oh, well, that's Jessica coming in. Let me...
So Melissa is the only person that's actually
And that's to
theirs.
say that we don't find out in the next 9 episodes
Who the
whether
fuck
or not
knows?
Melissa is the fucking product of Peter and fucking Joe Blow down the road.
fucking
Who knows?
Toby's fucking mother.
You never know.
You never can tell in this show. But I don't, like I said, I do have empathy for her, but at the same time I feel like part of her stayed with him because of, like, she's like, oh, we built something together because of, like, their perfect image of a life together. And my problem is hey, you know, I'm not one to judge. If you adopt, I don't know what I would do in that situation. If I adopted a child, you don't know. Those are decisions you have to make. Like, when do you tell your child? Do you tell your child? I mean, she did raise her, and I believe, like, it must be
For
hard
all
for
intents
Spencer.
and purposes,
Yeah,
it is
it
hers.
is her mother. That's her mother. Regardless, that is the person that raised her. But I just feel like maybe because of the circumstances, that maybe it should have been something, not, you don't have to go into detail, but maybe she should have told her somewhere
Say
along the
something
lines.
when the kid was little.
Like, a little bit, yeah, like maybe like in her teens or something like that. Spencer, we do want to talk to you, just to let you know you are adopted. That does not make you any less of our child. You know what I mean? It
Which
would've-
in the books they went that route because she had a surrogate mother in the books. This is just completely... Okay, we need to go to the next video.